'Cause them city boys say pretty and them country boys say purty. Sorry, you guys. I'm gonna light this candle really quickly. How are you guys doing today? I hope that you guys are all doing extremely well. Oh my god, what is up with the wick? Hello. It's like super duper low. Oh my god. Okay, no, it's lit. Alright. Here's my Starboy hat. Okay. Welcome back. I know it's a little late, you guys. I just wanted to come in and do an energy update really quickly before we get into some of the energy that's coming up, especially as we begin to prepare for the new moon in Scorpio coming up on the 1st. Okay. I just got back from doing a little bit of shopping with a friend of mine. We were out hanging out and definitely wanted to pick up a few things. We just kind of went like to the store and stuff, and I picked up like body wash and like body spray and like, you know, just essentials. And yeah, it was a good time. I'd kind of been really go with other stuff, and I haven't really had the time to take out some time to myself, which was really nice. And so yeah, there's that. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and get into some of the messages that are coming up for this energy update. Let's go ahead and pull one card. All right, you guys, so as we begin to prepare for this new moon in Scorpio, I almost said in Leo coming up. The moon is currently in Leo at this time, and this is kind of when the energy starts to tilt a little bit. We have the moon in Leo, obviously. So we have the strength card here, which does represent Leo. The strength card is all about the willpower, determination, and like the fortitude to take hold of something and to grasp it in a way that is not misleading, but definitely in a space where you want to take out the time to, Two of Swords card here. You want to take out the time to be honest with yourself. Be honest with, like, you have to remain, again, like I said, in a space where you're being true to yourself. You know, the best thing to do, especially here with the strength card, because we do have the moon in Leo square the sun, which is in Scorpio currently right now. This is a bit of a precursor of the energy that's coming up during the new moon in Scorpio energy, because the sun is in Scorpio and we have the moon, which is in Leo. So the moon is in the sun sign. Yeah, the moon is in Leo, which is where the sun needs to be. And the sun is in Scorpio, which is where the new moon is going to be on the 1st. Okay, so they're in each other's sign right now. Leo's ruled by the sun would rather be in the sun sign, but the moon is in Leo. Does that make sense? Oh my God. Whatever, bear with me. So the moon is in Leo currently right now, and especially today, as of October the 24th, it is going to be square the sun, which is the 3rd quarter moon, which occurs right as we are beginning to prepare for, again, the new moon in Scorpio that's coming up on November the 1st. So this is a really good time to kind of like take out some time to sort out your plans, your ideas, and your focus regarding connections, relationships, and other people, things along those lines. There could be some epiphanies, some realizations that you may be having in regards to connections and things like that. The Two of Cups can represent like partnerships, relationships. Stay in a space where you're most connected to the people that you can trust. Page of Wands card here. This is news or information, things along those lines that are coming out. You definitely want to stay in a space where you're most connected with those kinds of people that are most like adequate with who you are as a person. Ace of Coins card here, at least up until the Scorpio new moon happening on November 1st and 2nd. So right around this time, it's just a little bit of a better time to tie up loose ends, take inventory on, you know, things that have, you know, worked for you and what haven't. Definitely, you know, like I said, tie up loose ends, let go if necessary. We do have a lot of page card here. So, 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which does represent the thief in the tarot, which can be like betrayal, heartbreak, things like that. This doesn't have to be that. I'm already seeing the 5 of Coins card here. Okay, this doesn't have to be that. This is more so, this is showing you where things have been a bit out of alignment when it comes to your efforts, who you are as a person, what is most important to you, the way that you kind of work with things when it comes to connections, relationships, and other people. So, yeah, there have been some things that have been kind of, just not necessarily in alignment for you in a particular way when it comes to the efforts. We may be kind of motivated around this time to get out of a rut or, just entertain new methods and new plans, especially as Mars forms a bit of a aspect to Uranus. So as I was talking about in my last video with Uranus being, especially for Capricorn risings, it's in our 5th house of relationships. So there's a bit of a need to kind of break away and like do your own thing, especially at this time because Mars is forming a sextile to Uranus. So we just may be gravitating towards new ways of approaching like ideas and like plans for ourselves in the name of like progression and things like that. So we could be determined to let go of like grudges, baggage, and like moving towards goals that come a bit more naturally to us. Ace of Coins card here. This is, again, like I said, a golden opportunity or, just ideas, plans, progression, things like that, like abundance, things of that nature. But there is some realizations that need to happen here with the 7 of Cups card here. This is, again, things being all up in the air, 5 of Coins being left out in the cold or like leaving somebody out in the cold, or you may be also feeling like you're being left out in the cold. This is epiphany moments for you to have like a moment here to realize that like 7 of Swords card here, there's just things that like are not necessary. Okay, when it comes to the way that like you approach things and the way that like things are being done or being met in a particular way, yes, life isn't fair. And that's what Scorpio season is all about. It's a huge realization in regards to like things just aren't always fair. And you have to take what is best for you, like what is manageable for you without judgment and without like this precursor of like, this is why like hidden intentions and like hidden agenda, and with especially the Mars retrograde and the energy shifting in this way, this is why I said if you choose to go down this path of destruction, the Mars retrograde energy is going to do, especially if you continue down that path, is at the end of the Mars retrograde, it's just going to come back and like just fucking slap you in the face with the fact that you've made the wrong choices. So you have to start implementing proper plans in the way that are good for everyone involved. Okay, I know that like not everybody, let me just be really honest really quickly. Down here in the South, okay, we don't do all of that. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. We don't do, yes, we have fun. Yes, we can have a little bit of banter. Yes, we can, kind of, just show each other things in ways that maybe like if someone's kind of like not really quite comprehending, or if they're not, if they're kind of falling behind a little bit. I've always said this. I've said this for a very long time. Like just down here in the South, like we just handle things very differently. Like we will more so like teach you based on a principle of like, hey, maybe, you shouldn't do that because ultimately like all you're doing is really hurting yourself. And I know that like in other places, and honestly, I hate to see it, and this is why I say like, honestly, if I need to be like a little puppy and like need to be adopted like around Christmas, please let me know. Like I'm so just like, oh my God, like I just need to be adopted at this point because like obviously you guys need me a little bit. Sorry, I need to hit my vape. I know in other places I can see it, sometimes it's just like everybody's just so like willing to just step over each other in a certain way, and it's really sad to watch and kind of very sad to see sometimes the sheer, just the willingness to just like, oh, let me, use this person, step on this person and get up to the top. Like there's nothing up there unless you're implementing plans in the proper way that have a level of structure and like some level of like responsibility when it comes to like being open and genuine and just honest. And not that I'm saying that anybody's being dishonest, it's just sometimes like you need the proper representation of like the realization of how things are, instead of thinking that like it's just all a-okay when it's not. There's a certain level of things that need to be held up to a certain standard in order for things to prosper in the right way. And just it's like, it's so sad because even, and this is why I say like even money and things like that aren't really, that's not the answer necessarily. its principle. It's the ability to understand, especially alchemy, because this is all about alchemy and transmutation, especially in Scorpio season, because Scorpio is so deep, dark, and intense, and it's such an emotional sort of transformative time that, like, if you don't have the proper things in place in the way that are necessary in order to transmute energy in a way that is evolutionary and not, you know, devolving in the other direction, because you can't quite seem to comprehend how to hold the energy properly in a way that is, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm going to get off my soapbox for a second. I will say that there is a trine there. We have a water trine that is happening with Mars in Cancer at this time. The moon, which is going to be in Scorpio on November 1st, and Neptune in Pisces. Connect, please, for the love of God. Connect with like an imaginary spirit when it comes to like just staying true to yourself and staying most optimistic, allowing yourself to just get into a space of just being most real, please, for the love of God, with yourself. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, for example, when me and James went out, like, it was just sheer. And shout out to my friend James. He's so cool. Like, he's a bit younger than me, a lot younger than me. He's probably like, I don't know, maybe like 6 years younger than me, I would say. You know, he's actually, he's the one who showed me how to like be so driven towards working out, because he's so, you know, I mean, he's young, so he has so much, a lot more ambition when it comes to like working out than I do. At a certain point, it was kind of like, oh, that doesn't really necessarily matter. But then, like, I don't know, hanging out with him, it just re-inspired me to be like, oh yeah, actually, no, this is actually important. Sorry guys, I'm drinking some water. But yeah, just, you know, going out and hanging out and like enjoying each other's company and stuff like that, without, you know, this need to kind of get something out of each other kind of vibe. Like, why is that so necessary? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. When, if you just can be honest and just be most authentic with yourself instead of hello, you know what I mean? Just the authenticity, come on, you know what I mean? Like, just be honest with yourself and with others instead of going about things in a roundabout way. Scorpio energy, especially in this season, it can come from around, because that's what the tell does. It comes from around if you're not careful. Like, you have to be centered and in alignment with your purpose, like with what is driving you forward, instead of allowing yourself to be poisoned by this stinger that's coming around and just fucking like catching you off guard, because there's no willingness to actually see it for what it truly is, you know. And this is why, like, again, this is why I protect myself so much, and like I stay to my, like, I mean, even on my channel, like, I don't show up on my channel in a certain way, because like I always feel like I need to kind of protect myself in a certain way and kind of keep myself a bit guarded. I mean, as a Capricorn rising, especially in our 11th house, like, of groups and networks and, you know, reputation and other people and things like that, because this is a new moon in Scorpio, it's like you have to get into a space where you're most aligned with like the proper representation of like who you are as one person, but also like the people that you're taking alongside with you in order to transmute and transform the energy moving forward in the right way possible. You have to stay aware of where things could be a bit off in a certain way. And, you know, even when people make the wrong choices, mistakes and stuff like that, you should still not necessarily hold that against them, because, you know, everybody has, like, you have to go through a bit of a process in life. You know what I mean? Like, starting off my channel, I mean, I deleted my last channel, but like when I first started my channel, like when I came into astrology and learning tarot and like spirituality and all that stuff, like I didn't come into this knowing all of this stuff. I made many of mistakes. And because I made so many mistakes, I'm not going to hold things against other people, because like people didn't hold it against me. They saw me fall and trip so many times, you know, and fall flat on my face so many times. And granted, I'm graciously in a space now where like I can truly authentically be myself, and that is the beauty of life. And I apologize for this video being so dark, you guys. I just got home anyway. So yeah, you know, I mean, just be happy, like live your life and be happy. You just have to keep going. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.